Hi, it's Michelle for Movement Lesson. I'm actually doing movement reviews now in some of my groups and some of my trainings. Most of you know me for working with special needs children, but we all move and we all want to move better. So I hope you enjoy this little voiceover that I did on a parkour video that someone wanted my opinion on the way this person was moving. It's amazing to watch. I hope you enjoy it, and if you want to see more of these videos, please let me know. Subscribe, and we'll go from there. Thanks. So we're looking over Philippe's parkour video. I haven't seen this. Hopefully it'll start with movement soon. By the way, I do not condone whatsoever jumping off of a roof. One of the things that's unique to parkour, and they don't realize, is how well that pubic bone right there can literally move. Oops. Right there. See it? See how in this position, and this is really something about standing that we just don't appreciate. Do you see there where his floor is at? Where is his pelvis? Look at his hand. I would be gripping on to dear life. Do you see the structure within him? Now, if I just go just a little bit more with that. Oops. Again, right over the pubic bone. So you're seeing that kind of dimension within it. I'm going to go and just change the settings on this if I can. Good. Not every YouTube video will let me. So I'm going to come back just a little bit. Now watch again his run. Now watch again. Look at his pubic bone strike. Again, first look at his vision. Look at his counter. So you have the toe here of the right. Where is the left? He's off here. See how his floor. So what's interesting about the parkour is that even though there's not a floor, there's a floor. And that's really one of the first keys you have to look at. So whether it's what we consider the floor, so now he's off running, the pubic bone is totally stationary the way that he's going. And now watch, he's going to go up that pubic bone like a cat, boom, boom, boom. And now he'll shoot up into a stand, go over that pubic bone, and he literally can jump off of it. And there, see? Even with that guide too, even where he comes around. So again, you're going to go up and over. He's there, he's there. 1, 2, 3. The way he looks at the floor, he stands up, over, and then look at the independence of his pubic bone like the gyroscope, and it comes right around and shoots right back out. So much like a cat, that continual motion, right? So with human beings, for us to do parkour, though, we have to do it with our pubic bone, whereas a cat, you know what I mean, they don't have a pubic bone strike. But as you can see with his stay levels without, you can really see the gyroscopic function going on. And see, there's no, look at that. Do you see how the floor doesn't exist? Oh, I went back too far. He run. He literally up. You don't even realize there's a jump. And that smoothness where he's going over. So imagine, if you will, is literally like his pelvis is that floor. So what I've tried to present, and this is where I believe it's so, in a sense, we are orbiting the earth. And they, because they can feel that, now watch him stand. And whoop, he's going to go straight up. Do you see the stand first? And then again where he can go, and again like a cat. And see, his floor is different than ours. We would look at the stairs. I was reading a good book, and he goes, would you jump out of a 757 for $10 million? And everyone's like, and I'm immediately thinking no. He goes, you want more details first. What if it was parked on the runway? I bet you're sorry you gave up the $10 million, because you can certainly jump out of that. So see again, look at that gyroscope of where the pelvis can be. And see? So I'm just going to go back that little bit. Watch him jump. He's going to come over. Now the angle shot changes. I wish it stayed the same. But here he jumps, pelvic, boom, and he lands it, and he just goes straight. So he didn't land on his feet. His pelvis is organized in a way that it can float dimensionally off of the Earth's spin and goes into its system rotations. And see, he's going from boom to boom to boom, all based off of that pelvis. So in a sense, what we need the floor is our feet He's now earth spinning, he's spinning, and he's just maintaining just that feeling. It's fascinating stuff. Again, you can see where his pelvis, if I really charted this out and you can see, watch him stand again. I know he's going to do it because I've seen, look, see, there's his stand. That is just a beautiful stand. One, two, three, where is he at? And boom. Look at that. He's standing as if there was a floor, but his pelvis is so set up. This is a sensation I just had today on Little Baby. Little Baby just went into it. I did a Instagram live. You can see it, but just her float is there. And then I do babies where they're sitting and they can do all of that. We're just taught visually this is where the floor is at. Look at the difference between the way he's using his vision, right? And Agnastiska, is talking about her daughter, and you see a completely different relationship within that pelvis. And people think, again, foot to the floor. Watch him again stand. Look at that. Is that a jump down or is he standing? Look at that. Right? I would be, look at that. Is he standing? See where the hands are at. You didn't even see where his hands are attached. He's feeling, look at his pubic bone now. Watch him go. And you can tell the way he's lined up, he's going to be successful. And watch the spring like a cat. Because you see, he never stops. There's never a stop in his movements. He's just going. So go back and look at that slow-mo with the cats. And you really see, now again, watch him stand. Here, watch him stand. Boom, there he's got it. So he always has a direction of where he is. And then he's just going to keep going over that. And also he has very good rotations within the elbows and the wrist. It's a very unique way of looking at look at the stand. See, he doesn't stand up. You would be jumping to that ridge and go for a stand. And to him, it's just an up and over. It's just a different way of looking at the structure of architecture, but also the way we move within the Earth's field. And it is capable. We're all capable of doing this, but I don't recommend any of us to go do this. Again, look at the stand. See if I can catch him. Right there. See, and he can rotate out. Springs just like a cat. But the cat's pelvis is different. The movement is different. And so to him, nothing is an obstacle. To him, everything is just something to play with. Just like a baby. This is some of the things I teach you. There are no bad movements. Right? As humans, we're very judgmental, and to be judgmental, we want to be very structured in the way we move. That's part of our evaluation, our judgment. He didn't even give himself time to line up to that. And by the way, if you look back at him, look at his feet. Look at how much his feet, you could sit there and say, oh, babe, possibly pronates there. But again, the feet are just extensions to his pelvis. And that's another big key. His feet, look at that. See? Here, here, here. His feet are just extensions to the pelvis. That is a completely different way of looking at foot structure, leg structure, than looking at it just as pelvic structure. And he flies over. Again, the feet are just as an extension of his pelvis. So are his arms, so his body. And that's what I look at with babies. The pelvis is what I say is the brains of the movements. And he just goes after it. And he has a relationship to all of that. But I think some of this kind of stuff, he's probably done it once or twice. And he can just float it. Because again, the feet are just an extension. And he's off and going. So now I'm going to play the rest of this at full speed just for you guys to enjoy him. Look at that now. See? Boom, boom, boom. Stand, stand, stand. Watch that pelvis. I don't even think the camera... Look at that. See? Stand up and over, down. Whoops. Over, down. Look at that pelvis. He stands, though, every time when he goes into these there. There's always a stand. There's always a stand. Just fascinating stuff. Please don't try this at home, though, because I'm sure his falls were not necessarily worth it. It's got a different outfit on. But it's very interesting on how he stands in space. Stands, boom, boom, stands, boom. So we don't always need the floor, but we do need to know where we are in space.